Well, hello everyone. This is Terry Gibson and Mr.
Brian Smith.
Brian Smith here, a partner in crime in the International Direct Sellers Network, and we're excited to be with you guys here on our live Facebook event. And we have a person who's going to jump in with us as a guest. But actually, if Christa, if you could hear us there, go ahead and go onto the Facebook Live, send me a little message, and that way I'll know to bring you into this one as a guest. But as we start and we wait for Christa to come on, I definitely want to just say thank you guys for supporting and being a part of this program as we're going forward. Myself and Brian have really been doing some fun things here, getting started with the whole program. We got the marketing or the product side of it working out pretty well, and now we're initiating some of the business aspects of it going on, and that moving forward, and that's going to be exciting with some computer websites and lots of things that are growing with that part. So it's really a lot of emotion, almost like a progress in motion, getting things going with the business side. And we're excited. Brian, anything you want to say?
Oh, absolutely. When those business things come online, you guys are going to be very excited to be a part of that. So you want to make sure that you are joining the groups that are on the Facebook page, the right groups, and then also making sure that you sign up on our page that we have the website to make sure that you're a member of the IDSN so that you're getting information and you're getting notifications. It's free. We're just getting out the information, so don't worry about that. Get on there. Make sure we have your information so we can get you further notifications on events and everything else.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Things are
excellent.
It will be great. Full of content, good teaching elements, a lot of just fun stuff that are happening that will be moving with the business side. So stay tuned. Brian's is the brains behind that part of it, making sure it all comes together.
We'll give all the data to you here at the end, and we'll let you know where to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're on Facebook, but we have the website and other things.
Yeah, and we've realized, Brian, that really a lot of things are happening in social media, even with Facebook.
Absolutely.
These things are just growing. I mean, what other elements are there out there? Facebook?
Well, we got Facebook. You got LinkedIn for the corporation. We don't have that yet, but we have a Twitter account. We will be sending out the tweets, the little things, quotes, little business bites to help you out through the day. You also have Pinterest that's out there, Instagram, Google Plus, and YouTube. And the videos, we'll be putting out videos on the YouTube channel, so you'll want to be finding that as well. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff. We'll put all that information someplace. As you follow on the Facebook page, you'll see all that. So just be connected. That's the key. Stay connected.
Everyone say that.
You're not connected. You can't find the information. You don't know what's going on.
That's true. You got to stay plugged in.
You need to be there.
Stay plugged in.
Tell your friends. Tell everyone, because they'll be on there with you, and you're going to learn some great things.
That's really it. So, Christa, if you're there, if you're checking this out, go ahead and click on the live portion, see the video. Click that live. Let us know that you're on there, and then what I'll do is I'll send you the message, the invite to come on and actually to go live with us. Because this is the fun part, being able to have a guest on to share some insights and experiences, things that they've done and learned from as being an entrepreneur. And that's really exciting. We've all been doing some fun things, sharing and really finding some insights with network marketing. Myself having some experience along with Brian, and it's all just been a blast. So what I'm going to see if I can do is see if I can find her name. Chris, I don't see it here. So Chris, if you're there, go ahead and push on, I think it's the live button that's over there on the side on the Facebook Live, and you think you're already there on the International Direct Sellers Network page. And while you're there, just go ahead and again push that button. Let us see that your name pops up, and then we'll get you in here on the screen. So, yep, that's not her. Let's see here. Put this down. That's this other person coming through.
That's the great thing about Facebook. You get all kinds of people on the phone joining in, making comments, and that's what's fun about this whole thing. Is having you guys on there and making comments. But we got to get our guest on, is what we're trying to do.
That's
right now.
true. That's true. So I will see if I can send maybe an invite. There's a spot on here. I'm going to add a viewer. So if I can add in Christa, let's see. Get the type CHRISTA. Okay. And there she is. I'll do the invite. So, Christa, you're going to get an invite to come on here live. And hopefully you'll see that.
That'll make it easier to get on.
Yeah, it should do. And then once you see us there, we move the camera around a bit. Go ahead and push that live and see what we got going on. So we'll wait just a minute here. And now, typically, we do this in the daytime, and in that daytime hours, it's morning here in Utah, but right now it's closer to 8:10 our time. So here in the night, so we want to be able to do this both day and night. So that's fun. But you never know. We just catch people when they can, when they're free and available, and see if that works. So, Krista, we'll see if you got a minute there to jump on and see if we can see you. Let's see who's on here right now. Brian, I'm not sure if yours is there, Brian. I see there's another
Oh, I'm
person.
not on. I'm
Okay.
not following on here. I'm trying to
Okay.
do something different on my computer. We have some other different things we'll be streaming to you guys, and working with some other different social media platforms, so we can have various ways in which you can watch the videos, see the videos, either Facebook or through YouTube and other things. So we're just working on
Yeah.
that, practicing. So sometimes you guys will see us on late at night. We'll jump on. We'll delete those. But if you catch it, it ought to be a lot of fun. So you'll jump in and see what we're doing. You may catch something fun.
All right. So once again, Chris, I think you said you're here. I'm looking at your message. Say go to the actual live video. So if you look on the page and see the live video button or section there on the side
Just to be
panel.
on the IDSN.
Yeah, I think she
page.
said. I think she said she's there. Yeah, she's on the video. Go to the live portion, and then it'll show that you're actually there. For some reason, I don't see that your option of being there. So, we'll give you a second. Maybe you can scroll on there. I've added you to the part, and now I just want to see you come up live. So, yeah, doesn't show that you're watching on here. Now, I think she's calling in from the great state of Minnesota, right? And
That's excellent. It's one of the states of the United States.
That's right there.
And we know this. Me and Tara, we both know this
Study
because
the map.
we study everything about the United States, so we know every place.
You almost put her in Canada there for a minute.
Nah, that's not even close to Canada. And that's why we want to make sure that she knows that and we both know it.
That's right. You're a respectable citizen
Exactly.
of the United States.
United States. I mean, there may be some paperwork that to fill out, but it's okay.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're glad. Well, okay. Well, I see here. It looks like Krista is coming on. It's just so a button there on your page, Krista from Minnesota, that we're adding you. So go ahead and if you see a button there on your phone sideways, connecting should show you. And whoa! Look at there.
Got it.
Hey, Krista, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
Thanks for being on. We're glad to see you. And it's in Minnesota. What time is it again there?
It's probably getting close to 9, something like that. I'm not sure.
It's getting pretty late. It's getting pretty late. But thank you very much for joining us tonight. I know you've had a pretty crazy, fun day, and you've cut out a little bit of time for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Again, this is Brian Smith, who you met. Brian, say hello again.
Hello
Brian.
again.
That's right. We're here. And again, this whole idea of this International Direct Sellers Network is basically to unite people who have commonalities, common goals, really, when it comes to network marketing, sharing entrepreneurial thoughts, and just connecting all over the world. And we're just excited to be a part of this whole initiative. Again, we started in January. Now it's February with a business section that's moving forward. Brian's been heading that up. And man, the sky's the limit on the potential of what we're doing, connecting people and experiences. But thing is, we've realized that we're not the only ones who have good experiences. I mean, I've got some, Brian's got some, and people across the globe have had things that other people can benefit from. And so, Krista, that will be really the main part for you for tonight, is really kind of take a moment to share with us who you are and really what you do.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, my name is Krista, and I live in Minnesota, and I am a mom of 4. I've been married for about 14 years, and I homeschool. And about 4 years ago, I developed a passion for sharing with other people how to reduce the toxic chemicals in their household. And I just kind of felt the time that, I just wanted to use more natural things for my family. And this past year, I actually learned from the governor of Minnesota that 40% of our water supply is actually polluted, which is a pretty alarming rate. If you'd agree. I don't know what anybody else's water supply is about, but that's pretty alarming for me. And I know that I can do a lot just by what I'm using, and I can benefit my community. So I have a passion for sharing, that we can have a choice to what we can use, and some things that can actually be, economical. So, and, I struggled a while in network marketing, and I decided, that I just needed to invest in myself because I didn't want to quit. And I decided that I needed to invest in a mentor and kind of get to where I'm going now. And before that, I just kind of didn't have the confidence, or I had fear and just had so much that had held me back. So it's made a big difference in my journey so far. So
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, the funny thing is, I think a lot of people get involved and they kind of stumble and bumble their way through things, and they might have success, but sometimes they have the hard stumbles, and it takes them out of the game altogether. So that's cool that you got a mentor to help you out.
yes, it's made a big difference. It really has. You would not be seeing me on this live right now if,
Oh,
without it.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's great. So give me kind of the state of the health in the area. I mean, what were you trying to besides the water problem? Were there other things that you thought would be need to be enhanced as far as the health goes?
Well, I mean, there's just so many different things that you can use these products for, but basically, what's in your personal care products, that was a big one. And just the chemicals, the cleaners, that made a huge difference. I mean, it was interesting to know that one of my mentors had shared that she tried bringing her old cleaners to the landfill or the waste management, and they actually would not accept them
No
because
way.
they
Wow.
said that they were too toxic for the environment. So it's like, whoa, that is like huge, that should
Yeah.
be eye-opening for people for sure.
Oh, definitely. My goodness. If your cleaners that you're using in your home aren't fit for the waste and landfill, my goodness, right? That's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, it says a lot for sure.
Yeah. So how long have you been on your journey, been doing this network marketing entrepreneurship?
More serious kind of over the past 4 years, but I've kind of been in and out of companies for, I would say, probably over the past 8 years.
Okay, okay, past
Yeah.
8 years. That's great. That's great. And now you're a stormtrooper in it now. That's what you do.
I'm a work in progress and I'm always learning.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, when it comes to the learning part, I have some questions. I don't know if Brian does. I'll give you something in a second, Brian. But what does an entrepreneur need to do? Give me maybe some basic steps. If you're just starting off, what would you suggest for someone who would want to get started in doing what you do?
Well, I think you definitely have to you need to find somebody who's going to keep you accountable, and I think you just need to keep going no matter what. You need to believe in yourself is number one, because if you don't believe in
Mhm.
yourself, you're going to doubt, and that's going to hold you back for sure. And just always be a learner, there's always something that you can learn. Just be open-minded and be willing to accept, criticism, because
Ooh,
that can help us learn. It's doesn't always make you feel comfortable, but you can always learn from it. And
yeah,
yeah, so definitely start there for sure, and just be
yeah, yeah.
intentional with the time that you have for sure. you
Mm,
know
okay.
as a
Now,
as a busy mom. Oh, go ahead.
that was my thought. I mean, because you're a busy mom. I mean, the homeschooling aspect is got to be a lot of time consuming for you, but it's important time. How do you wedge in enough time to even do this type of thing?
That's a good question. um, I am always learning, and I just kind of have to figure out and be intentional in the minutes that I have. And
Mm,
sometimes I have to, if I'm messaging people, I like to use the voice memo a lot, even with the kids in the room. And, it just shows that you're, relatable, and who cares if they're saying something silly, because they're kids. If you're stay at mom, a mom, you just kind of got to do those things. And
yeah,
yeah, so I'm more intentional with the minutes that I have, and I try to do a lot in the evenings when I can, but during the day, I definitely, there's not a lot of time, but I try to
no,
do the best that I can with the time I'm given.
that's right. That's right. You maximize your 24 hours for sure. That's great. Well, Brian, did you have any other thoughts?
No,
What
I
was your
think that was the same thing I was going to ask is you mentioned the family and all your kids and homeschooling. That is a lot of work. And I'm sure there's moms out there watching right now going, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'm overwhelmed with everything I do. And you kind of already addressed that in some senses. But I think mentally, how do you work with that where you sit there and say, look, every day it seems like I have to rise back up, re-promote myself and say, I can do this. And how does that work? I mean, I know that has to be a challenge with all those things that you have every single day. It's more than what most people will ever imagine. So maybe speak to that a little bit more on how to deal with that emotionally.
How you just kind of overcome every single day and just do it is kind of what you're saying.
That's it. That's it.
How
That's
do you do
it.
it? Well, I try to start my day out by definitely praying and asking the Lord for direction for sure, and just having Him help me and just speak, realities in existence. I'm confident. I'm a leader. I'm a motivator. I'm an inspirer, and I think with the mentor, how I invested, it's definitely helped me because there's live coaching available and they pour back into you as well. So I have weekly trainings, and it's amazing because if people are in a funk, they kind of bring you back out of it, and it's nice to have somebody pushing and rooting for you. So that kind of keeps me going too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a very good point, because I think you hear good motivational speakers like Tony Robbins or Les Brown or all these other guys. They always say, find yourself a mentor, get some help, have somebody that can help keep you accountable, but also to motivate you too. That's very important, very essential. Thank you.
And I think that's great too. You mentioned another thing that was key that I picked up out of that, and I've seen this elsewhere, is where you have a support group where you're working with other women and other like-minded people who are doing the same thing and who can give you a call when things are a little bit down, or you're just going, oh, it's just I'm dreading, I'm kind of dragging through this. That can help you get through that, and to hear that, and family can do that as well. But just having the people who are really helping you out on that is key, and it really sounds like that's been a great thing for you as well. And your mentor seems like a great mentor.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, any last words for us, Krista? I don't take too much of your time. I know it's a busy night for you. What would you give maybe as some last words of thought?
Keep going, keep pressing on, and don't let fear hold you back. And just keep your eye on the prize, and just don't give up.
Yeah, that's
For
awesome.
sure.
Now tell me this, Krista, because you didn't mention this. What is your prize? What are you doing this for?
Well, I'm doing this for, of course you want to have a goal for yourself for financial reasons, but I have a true passion in helping others, to not make the same mistakes I have, because there are so many people that are struggling out there. And, if I can help somebody, then it can make me feel good as a person, because that's your ultimate goal in life, is to help others. So
Right. That's
yeah,
awesome.
to give back,
That's awesome.
to give back.
Yeah. Wonderful. Krista, that's been amazing. Thank you very much for your time tonight. We appreciate you. Any questions for us, or anything you want to ask us, or anything?
I don't think so. Not the time, but I thank you so much for having me.
Now's your
on.
chance.
That's right.
You're not gonna ask. We're good. You never want to get us started.
Squirrely sometimes, so if I'm put on the spot, sometimes it's just not there. So sorry.
You've done great. You've done great, and thank you for again taking this last minute for us. But here in the evening of your precious time, again, we talked about how time is so valuable, and I think Terry's side note here. Your most valuable possession that you do have is your time. And we're glad that you share a little bit of that with us. So thanks again for that. And again, guys, everybody watching, here's our International Direct Sellers Network. We're going to have more of these trainings and teachings throughout the course of our existence, really. And doing this along with the other portion of our business side, more specifically on business. And we may even have some mentoring involved too. That's you talked on a keynote that's very important to us. It's very important to our heart. So thank you very much, Krista.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Yeah.